Hey guys, till next week.
Later, later.
Alright, so what we're going to be doing is just going back to the main map. We'll be doing most of what we're going to be doing for now.
Let's go to the mage tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In-game tomorrow. I mean,
Yeah, you
yes.
want to take a
'Cause,
long rest or something?
some of
Yeah, if
us
you wanna
max HP are not at what they should be.
Yeah. I was going to suggest like healing you, but if you want to take a rest beforehand, sure.
Well,
Yes, your max HP is kind of compromised, you're right, and that would need to be done only by long rests or greater restoration. So, what we'll do is just make it easy, and you guys can just go tomorrow. You can stay in the town for free, wherever, so don't worry about gold. Unless you want to spend it on, like, any liquor or anything at the end.
I mean, I'm gonna drink pretty hard every night at this point, but
I mean, that's just MO for Lucian.
Yeah.
He's never not drinking.
I mean, keep in mind, every day you spend, I have to spend 4 gold on those caravan guards, so thanks.
he says every day I
True.
spend alive is one less I have to use my eyes.
Mm.
So
True. That's also true. Let's just say, take away a gold piece, Lucian. Sort of what you spend on liquor, unless you want to spend way more. You guys,
just
okay. And then, yeah, 1 GP for the guards. They go along their way. They're nothing weird is with them. As far as they're not needing anything from you, but they're fine. No incidents in regards to the wagon. Everything's fine.
can we send them to go pick up the guy though?
Yeah,
Since we're gonna be here for the night. It's not a far trip, so I assume they could do that all.
Yeah, if you want to do that now, I mean, it would be, as far as hours and time, if they went right now, they would get here sooner. They'd get here by the time you guys wake up, so that Perry would be in this town.
yeah. I doubt we need the equipment on the caravan as it is, so yeah, by all means, they can go.
Yeah, or I mean, you could wait. It's fine with me. I don't really care.
Yeah, I just figured we could do that now instead of next time, so we just mad up.
You're gonna need to write a note or something because they, like Perry and his brother, don't know these guys.
Absolutely.
So, if we just sent them as they are,
I'll
not
direct
going
them to the shop and make a description of the character and say these are the people who are asking for you.
And then you have to convince Perry and whomever that these guys are okay.
You want me to roll persuasion or something?
Yeah, because that's what the most accurate thing relative to the 3 options. You're not lying. Yeah, there's no problem. You write a little note that you give a description to the guards of where to go, who to see. You write a little note that is directed to them. That's the Perry and his brother, saying, "Hey, you can trust these guys."
Yeah, I think we had like a phrase or a code word like that. Now is the time, or now.
Whatever, any number, whatever it might be, you are able to articulate it,
Yes.
and convey it in a convincing fashion.
There's one thing I forgot. So
Go ahead.
when we invaded the Night Hag's house the first time, we found like kids in the attic, right? That they were gonna eat from Barovia, I think. And we like dropped them off at the orphanage.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the windmill. Yeah, and it was actually they were like in like jail, like a little thing. Yeah, I remember. And yeah, you brought them back to Balaki, and you gave them to handed them over to the church, and they've been taken care of there.
Before we send the guards off, I'm just gonna go ask them if they want to go back to their like home, and if they do, I'm gonna send them on the wagon with the guard. That way.
Okay.
I forgot about it. It was something I was.
Yeah, I had not thought about that either. Yeah,
Just a nice
okay.
thing to do.
There were, I think there were 2 of them. There was a girl and a boy.
Yeah.
And they're not related. Okay, the boy says that his parents are not great and he doesn't want to be with them. He'd rather stay here with the newish family that he's made. It's not been like crazy long. He's been with them like maybe 2 weeks. Been like more than a week, like around 2 weeks at this point. So yeah, he wants to stay with them. The girl though is okay with going with the guards and back to Barovia, eager to see her parents again.
Yep. I'll send her on the way with him. Give her a couple gold for her trouble.
Um,
I assume
Sure.
the guards don't have like random encounters, do they? Or...
that is not something I had considered, but I will roll and we will find out. But actually, you guys wouldn't know.
Because they have
I don't wanna-
the orders
yeah.
to like retreat if they feel like they're going to get overwhelmed or something, right?
Yeah, that's a standing order. Is that they're kind of cowardly. Their goal is to preserve the cart, the wagon, and to leave and keep themselves alive. But I will roll to see if anything terrible happens. All the same. Roll in private because I want to make it interesting. Because I want to see if you don't have any means of communicating with them from long range other than sending, which we'll find out. All right. And okay, well, all right. So you guys do a long rest after you drank and all that. Anything more that happened?
For the rest of the day, before the long rest, I'm gonna go into crazy potion making mode.
Okay.
I'm gonna make 5 more greater healing potions and then hand them out in the morning.
Okay. And then I'm gonna say you're gonna need to spend some money to get more ingredients. That's the last of your ingredients for now, and just so I can kind of put some limit on how many you can make in total. But yes, we do that, and then you'll be able to buy some more ingredients, but it will be limited in amount. As far as my ultimate point being, by the time we get to Ravenloft, there will be a cap on how many total potions you guys will be able to have, with some stakes in it. Otherwise, if you guys start with 99 potions, this would be kind of ridiculous. But anyway,
I still got 1,400 gold, so
yeah.
I have nothing to spend it on.
Yeah.
Except that,
Yeah. But let's see as far as how much ingredients they have. So far, you have not had any issues, but you've been going through a lot of their supplies, both at the church and around in general. For now, you were able to make the 5 that you said, and you can distribute them however you want, but no more ingredients for now. Anything else that happened during the day or long rest I want to know about?
I assume you're not prepared to do the final part of my story.
I would prefer not to do that
Yeah,
yet.
it's fine. I'd prefer the rest of the players to be around to hear it anyway, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we can wait for that for next
Nothing
time.
especially in plan. I guess I could like practice a new instrument if there's. I go to like a music shop to buy a new instrument to practice with, I guess.
Ooh, okay, that's fine. So you're good with flutes and pianos and saxophones.
And I believe a bell.
So, and I think a bell. Yeah, just gonna double check really quick.
The flute was the new one I did.
Yeah, bell, piano, flute, saxophone. All right, and you can find here a lot of the basic stuff.
The
Violins
basic
are in great
instruments.
supply. Technically, they're called viols, which I think are a little bit bigger than violins.
I'll ask them if they
Um,
have the world's smallest violin in stock.
Very funny. Yeah. What kind of instrument are you interested in?
What kind of prices would they? Are there any like especially cool looking instruments? Like any that catch my attention?
Of like any particular make? Sure. Yeah, there's some nice ones of like higher quality. Just a second for us to look at instruments again and their prices.
Anyway, everybody gets a greater healing potion in the morning.
Yep.
What was the roll for that one?
4d4 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4. Okay.
got a bunch.
I think I've only
Yeah, oh,
used
he's
one
been
of
making
those
quite a few.
potions you've gave me.
Also, I have a bunch of vials of antitoxin. Well, 3. So I'll give Cole one. Since he's
Sure.
always
However you want to distribute that.
And
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
not
take
sure
those.
if Michael's even human or can be poisoned, so I'm gonna give the
Yeah,
other
he
one
can.
1.
Yeah, he can. He's just being cute.
Anti-poison.
Yeah,
Do
so-
I already have one?
It was a
I'll just add it because I can't see it on my list. Anti-poison potion. Right.
All right, yeah, I found the instruments. Okay. So what they have here, they got drums, they got a dulcimer would be here. They got flutes, lyres, horns, pan flutes, shawms, viols. No bagpipes.
So yeah, okay, no bagpipe. Which one out of like a horn or a drum would you say would like inspire an attack more?
a horn, I would say.
A horn. Okay, I'll try to see if they got any nice horns in the practice of that then.
Yeah, that's not a problem. You can acquire a horn, and they can find one of a higher quality that doesn't affect anything other than roleplay purposes. Normally they're 3 gold. I'm gonna make this one 10.
10 gold. Okay, I could afford that. That's fine.
Yep, the 10 gold horn. It's got like some nice engravings and such.
And how many times last time did I have to play it? 3 or 5 times to have proficiency?
Let's say, yeah, it's gonna be hard for you to finish it by the end of the campaign and as far as long rest go. I'm gonna say, let's say 4. It's not very hard to play a horn.
4 practices. Okay.
4, and the one that you're doing now would count. So you need 4 total practices. Okay,
Okay.
so 1 seems like she is good. Cole is good. Michael's good. He drank. Not Michael. Lucian's good. He drank. Michael, what are you doing?
Nothing. Just resting.
Okay. Darius follows people. He's doesn't really need anything himself. He wanted to obtain sending. He goes by the burgomaster's house to check to those guys. They don't have any knowledge. They don't have any specific, the specific necessary things he needs to be able to do that. But he thinks back about it, and like if he really wanted it, he could definitely go back to the Amber Temple, the Lich, who had a countless number of spell books and scrolls that he could learn from. So yeah, I'm not going to give him sending right now. Think about it more. Long rest happens. So guys, you can apply your stuff as you want to your health, your stuff. We'll do that
Did
for
we-
Darius.
Did you say we were leveling up before Strahd's, or is that...
Yeah, you'll get 1 final level before Strahd. It'll be level 10, and that will be the last level of the campaign.
I think he's asking if it's
And-
now. Oh, gosh. go on.
And can you update Darius's sheet like on the potion?
Yes. Good point. I did not think about that. I can do that for him.
And I guess I'd be attuning to whatever magical item I have.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and you also got that new one, or that other one you had. Let me look at your sheet real quick. You had a
Bug staff.
A bug staff,
the
yeah.
bug staff you have not used yet, and I think there was maybe one other thing.
The Stone of Luck.
Right.
So we finished
Yes.
the long rest.
And that is not, yeah. Yeah, I'm just checking
Yeah,
all
yeah,
these
yeah.
attunements. The Stone of Good Luck, you now have attunement. Because I put a little parenthesis that was at an N and it was like not attuned. So that's attuned. You have the Javelin, that's fine. I don't know why there's 2 Javelin lightnings. I'll get rid of one of those, make it easy. There. The attack's still there. Yes, okay. Okay, and where is the staff? Staff is swimming staff. Okay, so you're good. I don't know how many things you can have attuned at once. I think it's 2.
3?
3? Okay, well then those are the 3 you have attuned.
3 question mark?
Yeah,
Let's
I
just
thought it was
say
I
that
forget.
for
that,
now.
but yeah.
Just to make
It
it
says-
simple.
It says it somewhere.
Mm.
Yeah, for now I'm going to say that you have You're good on all that. Your javelin, your staff, and your stone are good. You can use them, Michael.
Okay.
Okay. Long rest happens. Blah 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 blah. Right about the time the morning comes around, a little bit later, they didn't travel throughout the night the entire time. They were careful, but they do arrive around the time you guys wake up. Let's say around 9-ish, 10-ish at the latest in the morning. They arrive in a wagon. The guards and I think it was Periwinkle. Let me double check that.
Sounds right.
I just want to make sure. Why? Versatile. Periwimple. Okay, Periwimple. The tall, kind of
Simpleton.
slow boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He comes and he's nervous about being on his own without his brother, and is hesitant to. He's nervous, but he's still here. He did agree to do what you guys wanted him to do. So he's at the inn now. He asks, "Where do I go? So what do you need?"
Oh, don't be nervous, Perry. We're counting on you. You're going to be famous. But for now, I'd like you probably hang around the inn and wait for our planning.
Rooms on us, food's
Yeah.
on us, drinks on us.
Yeah, anything you want,
men,
we'll
women,
cover.
whatever you
Yeah.
like,
Men,
Yeah.
women, animals, whatever.
whichever you want.
The innkeeper's fine with that as far as keeping him fed, as long as he doesn't cause any trouble. That's his only concern. Like, as long as he doesn't cause any big ruckus, doesn't get any fights, then he'll take care of the kid. I think the kid's he's like 15 or 16. He's very large. He's bigger than any of you
Oh.
in terms of physical height.
Never mind. Disregard the men or women. You're not old enough for that.
No,
I don't know at that time. Yeah, fuck it.
technically.
Well,
Um,
regardless.
It wouldn't stop one, and she's like
Let's
16.
True. Let's say you guys would probably go to the beach now. I could get.
Going to the beach.
I mean,
Before we
mean,
leave,
would
it's
you-
like,
you'd want
is
to go-
that blacksmith finished with my custom sword yet?
oh yeah, yep. Your fancy rapier with like the weird, like insulation.
Yeah,
Yep.
the heat metal
You,
prevention. Yeah.
yeah, and you already have your old silver rapier. I don't know what you want to do with that, but the rapier that you obtain, you can indicate it however you want on your sheet.
Okay.
You have an insulated silvered rapier. I
It's
believe you paid
It's
for
the
that
exact
as well.
same, except it
Um,
doesn't hurt me when I do heat metal to it. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, that we agreed on, and you can get that. Then are you guys heading
I'll
to
have
the
to
beach to
adjust the
travel across
damage in the, when I use it, but yeah, we'll figure that out next time.
I mean, yeah, I assume we're going mad.
Yeah, is anything before that you want to know about as far as going across?
Do I see any pitchforks and torches going to that noble lady's house?
No,
Then no.
nothing. There's nothing crazy about it. A lot of people are intimidated by her, in spite of the power structures changing around the city, the town. They're still intimidated by the Walker family. So yeah, you guys are going to the beach and then heading across.
I'm okay with
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, you good?
Yep.
Okay, then you guys just go to the beach. You get in a boat. You go across. Nothing complicated happens. Nothing weird. You guys are going across the lake. It's not any different than before. It's foggy and misty as it always has been, and not any really different. Maybe occasionally you'll see the periodic fish, just to really frustrate that guy that you guys killed that was gonna try to sacrifice that girl for fish. There actually are fish now. Just fuck that guy.
There's plenty of fish.
Yeah, plenty now. So you make it across to the other side. Pull up Madam H stuff.
Oh, if only there was a way to send him a postcard, but he's in hell or something else.
He looks at Michael. Can you send him something?
Sure.
I'd rather not waste my time.
Yeah. Okay. So, you guys know about this guy, but you don't know much of anything other than this guy is a rumor that lives in this area. So, let's look at survival checks. Highest person only, so with help if necessary. That would be Cole. Any spells or anything that are going to be used to try to make this easier, or are we just going to do raw survival?
Raw survival's fine, but I'm thinking he's a rather famous person. Can I do like a history check for what we heard about him?
You don't need to do the check. You were relayed this information, and you guys wouldn't know anything more than what. Actually, let's scratch that because you would actually know more because you live here. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That element factors into this. So yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Do a history check.
I'm
Okay.
really thinking like I should have picked Legend Lore instead of Raised Dead. But so many
14
famous
is
people.
enough that all that you remember really is in line with what these people, what your friends have told you, your allies here, and what they heard from the men in the inn, where there is a legend of not really a legend, it's not that long, I'm saying, there is a rumor, more like, of a wizard who fought Strahd, was defeated, and then found his way to the woods to the north. I believe he was like thrown into a river or something. I can't remember the exact.
In exile or
Oh,
something? He's...
I think
not really in exile. He's just hiding from Strahd.
I think Cole should turn into a giant and look for him, while the rest of us try to find some higher cert.
That's a decent suggestion. It would be hard for him to see anything on the ground through the trees, but it would also allow him to cover way more ground. So
That
Yeah.
would be the suggestion to the party.
I was thinking of scouting ahead, kind of like acting like a drone. But I mean, with a 5e druid, I can only do it twice a day.
So that's up to you if you want to follow through with Lucian's
I mean,
suggestion.
I do have polymorph, but still.
Exactly, you have polymorph. You could turn me into a bird.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, I can.
Yeah.
With somebody that gets polymorph though, they don't retain their mental faculties as much. It's not the same as a wild shape. They're a bit more feral.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I thought about it too. It is a good idea. Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, once we get to the river, I'm just gonna wild shape then, and just take to the sky
Sure.
and fly over the water, and then just head towards the area that we need to go. Kind of just be like a drone, like an above.
I was going to say, did you not
Outlook.
have like talk with animal spells or something like that? Is that...
No,
Oh,
I'm
right.
not your typical druid.
Okay.
Yeah, that is true. Not that kind of druid. So yeah, go ahead and burn that slot. I'll keeping that survival check around to make this easier. It takes some time. You guys, let's say you got here by like across and you started your search at, let's say, 11 a.m. You are searching for many hours, looking for signs of anyone that lives here that isn't hunters.
Mages do like
like
their
that
giant
Hand Crossing.
towers. Do I see any of those about?
No, nothing that simple. You don't come across anything for a while, other than like hunting the hunters, and like you can kind of put together like sort of the tracks heading back and forth between where you guys kind of started off, and then
Oh,
they
so
kind of
there's
circle
like
around.
people around here hunting?
Not right now, but I mean, you guys remember you guys found hunters dead in the cave where
Mm.
Phoebe was being held hostage.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's evidence of that still being a thing. I mean, the age of the prints are all over the place in terms of recency. Right now, you don't run into anybody as far as any hunters or whatever. You see plenty of wild animals of all kinds. Rabbits.
Yeah, if you're gonna shape into anything, don't be something valuable to hunt. Then probably a good idea.
Yeah, he's like a giant eel, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Never been known to
I'm a-
hunt those.
I'm a bird. I'm free.
Yeah, he's also high enough that a hunter would have a very hard time engaging it. Probably wouldn't engage something this large.
Sure.
So eventually, let's say by
They can
go ahead.
they can engage me all they want. I'll just fly above their heads and then change into a T-Rex and just fall on top of them.
Nice. So eventually, though, you guys do along the cave, or not, sorry, along the river. That's what I meant to say. You eventually come to like a waterfall in the mountain over here. So you guys all the way over here, and hold above. You guys come across a waterfall, and behind it is a sort of cutout indentation cave into the side of the like mountainside. It's very cold. It's getting to get pretty chilly as you guys go up at higher elevation. Not quite Amber Temple pathway like back south where there's like full on snow, but cool.
What do you
But
mean
they're
by
all the same.
indentation? Do you mean there's
Sure.
writing about or something?
Yeah, there's nothing to be concerned about in terms of stats or whatever. Not cold enough to be like affecting anything.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I'll guess I'll do a perception to look around to see if I spot anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, this cave, this thing is natural in terms of its location. Perception wise, though, you don't find anything for some time. When you get into, let's say, it's not until around 6 p.m. ish in the early evening that you guys eventually find something that's more
Now, if I was hiding from
of a
Stripe.
red flag.
Hmm.
Yeah, what you find eventually is signs of like a bedroll and cooking utensils and such. A lot of it handmade, a lot of it improvisational thing made by somebody that's lived out here themselves. They're not something they bought and brought with them. Not all of it, but a lot of it.
What, made out of
Um,
like literal pieces of wood? Like,
Yes, a lot of it is like carved crudely into
Hmm.
various tools and
not
such.
store bought, definitely.
No, it's too crude. But you do run in. Eventually, you see all this, and then from inside, deeper in the cave, you hear a voice call out to you all, and it says, "Did he send you? What are you doing here?"
No, Strahd did not send us.
Like a loud voice that's booming off the walls. Perhaps amplified in some way, you're not sure, because it's quite loud. You answer that way, and he says, well, I'm going to actually need a persuasion.
Oh, you're gonna need a persuasion. Okay. Persuasion. Ooh, damn! I'm crushing it with those.
Alright, let's see if he believes you.
Oh, I accidentally clicked twice, but still 19, still good.
Yep.
Unless that was the letter I did, I'm not sure.
This
Nonetheless.
is the first thing to roll the perception is just looking around. If
Yeah,
persuasion
right,
was
right,
to
right.
roll.
I'm confused.
And
sorry.
there's a moment of consideration on his part. Not really it doesn't immediately respond. So all you can hear for a time is just the waterfall, maybe some drops of water in the cave.
I'd
It's very
say after the silence,
wet.
like, but we are looking for you to do, Strahd.
To that he says, "For me, why?"
Well, we heard that you almost defeated him, and we could use that kind of help on our side.
After that, you see a silhouette kind of form in the shadows of a man in robes, like these look like more like burlap sack robes. It's very
He's in a potato
patchy
sack.
and kind of. It's a robe made out of patchwork clothing. Kind of, he steps out and he has a staff. Actually, no, he does not. He has not a magical staff, but like a walking stick.
Right.
He's acquired, and he is making his way toward you. He's an old man. Immediately, you notice that he's got a beard, white hair everywhere.
I like see this disheveled old man. I'm like, well, we're still waiting for you to show up. You know, there's like a homeless guy wandering around here, right?
He says, almost defeated him. You must have misheard. Strahd is remarkably powerful, even for me, even for myself. He like kind of tries to. He looks like he's reminiscing. He's like staring blankly into the corner of the room, like reminiscing on something.
I like look in the direction he's looking and turn back, and I'm like, well, we're assembling a rather sizable force to take on Strahd. I'm sure we could benefit from you, despite how well you did in the past. It's
Despite
He kind of, you see his eyes kind of look from to each of you in turn, and he says, perhaps there are many that have come to these lands claiming such, though you do seem quite capable. His eyes seem to linger more on Darius than the rest of you, at least in terms of consideration, like as evaluation of you all.
I'm like, oh no, he's not the main one. I point to Lucian and says, he's the main guy here. It's like...
He just kind of, it seems like he's really, really lost in thought, like he's staring at Darius, just like trying to pierce him with his eyes, essentially. And kind of then steps forward and slowly makes his way over to a fire that is burnt out now.
Where did that come from? Just control fire, doesn't it? Appears.
Yeah, it's a burnout campfire that's been it was recently put out, and its embers are barely there at all. But as he steps toward it, he kind of rubs his head. He seems to be in pain or something, as far as the expression on his face. But then he looks at the flames, looks down into the fire, the campfire, and he waves his hand. And for a time, initially nothing happens. It seems like maybe there is a flare-up of the flames of the embers, and then they kind of die down. And he puts his hand closer, and he can see that he's concentrating more. And he sees, the expression on his face is one of frustration and pain. And then after that, he succeeds, and the fire roars to life, and immediately warms up your surroundings, making it relatively pleasant despite the sort of bleak, otherwise not great environment for staying around. It's very wet. Very damp.
I mean, all this time in the forest, I would have thought you'd invest in that mansion spell I've heard so much about.
Well, it's funny of you to say that. He says, he kind of turns his head and looks to Darius and then the rest of you all after pausing on him for a few seconds. And then he brings his hand and like, ushers you over to come and to sit with him and says, come, warm yourself by the fire. You look like you've been traveling for some time. And with that, I think I probably want to stop there.
Yeah, because we're getting into this
Yeah.
interaction. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to give Darius more of a chance. So.
Absolutely. That
Okay.
was fantastic.
But yeah, so yeah, you kind of can sit wherever you want around the fire, and then he's gonna talk about himself, and I'll think about that more.
Talk away.
All right, that was cool. That mansion is fun. I love that kind of stuff. Probably my favorite part of this whole campaign has been you guys fucking around with the citizens of the country, like in buildings, infiltrating and doing plans and stuff.
Yeah, no, that was quite fun.
Okay. Is there any last minute questions?
Yeah, you said there'll be like a week off before we go to Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah, I'm considering it. I'm not. I won't tell you guys ahead of time if that will be happening. I've thought about it more and more, and I may not need it depending on how you guys proceed. I've been careful in preparing and trying to make sure that you guys don't. I don't want you to ever be without anything to do, but you guys do. I overestimate or underestimate how long things take.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, if you were gonna have like a postponed game for your own planning, it's like literally all the players could still show up and like literally plan our own characters, sort of how we expect to invade the castle or something.
Yeah, what I was planning next time is finishing this, and then going back to Valaki, and we're gonna do some some time dilation sort of stuff where we're gonna pass any amount of time you guys want to spend to prepare anything last minute before heading off. And also, if you want to guys try to persuade any more allies and get any more people over there, gather anyone that we might have missed. I'm not sure. I can't remember everything off the top of my head. Before the eventual attack, and then it would, if depending on how much time is spent, we would be going to Ravenloft, or at least in that direction, and we could do some stuff from like the exterior and the beginnings of that. I can't say with any certainty beyond that what will happen, because there is something else that I am thinking I might do, but I'm not 100% sure about. That might take up the rest of the session. Like if we did Mad Mage and your guys' prep work, then this would round it off and take the rest of the time.
Sure.
So yeah. Anyway, yeah.
That was the only question I had.
Okay. Well, if that's all, then I just wanted to say I hope you guys had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
As always, just let me know if there's anything you want to do or want to know or whatever, and I will get back to you when I can.
For sure, man.
Okay. Well, thank
Cool.
you.
Take it easy then, fellas.